So today I built a complete micro SaaS app using free AI tools. No paid backend, no expensive database, no premium AI subscriptions. I used only GitHub API, Notion API, which are completely free. Also the Codex to make things work. Then I made the whole thing work locally. This app basically collects all the trending GitHub repos that connected to Cloud Code, and then it gonna store in the database of Notion and show all in the front-end website. And today I'm gonna show you exactly how I did that step by step. Before building the SaaS service, we need to make sure we have perfect architecture. So here I'm gonna show you, go here and files. Here you can see there is a dog folder and there is a redmi.md markdown file, and there is also a hidden page. Let me show you in the VS Code. Here you can see .env.local, and that should be hidden because you shouldn't show this to any person or anyone. This is where we gonna store all the GitHub token, Notion token, and database ID, everything. So you should be careful about dealing with this file. Let me go back and show you what are the files. So there is, first we have the database schema file. Database schema file. Here you can see all the database properties I have used in the Notion, where we gonna store all the data we collect from the GitHub. As you can see, this is the Notion database, and I have named it Cloud Directory Database, and this is where we gonna collect the name, description, stars, and etc from GitHub. And then website gonna go through this database and show it in our website. That's the main workflow. So I'm gonna just go by one. So here this is the database schema, and then there is design direction.md. This markdown file is completely empty because I have added any details about the designs or anything. That's why it's empty. When I figure out the design, color theme, and everything, then I'm gonna add everything into this file so that I can go through it and design well. And then there is GitHub workflow MD, where you can see all the workflow we are going to use. And then there is hero directions, which is also empty because we haven't figured out the animation or anything. That's why it's still empty. And then there is MVP blueprint. It contains everything about the goal, the features, the details of the page, filtering system, searching system, and everything. This has everything I should know about. Then there is to do roadmap, and it's gonna be updating every single time when we use the prompt. So the next step is fill out the API keys. So when we go to VS Code, in this file, in this section, we need to add all the GitHub tokens, Notion token, and database token ID so that I can go through it. And this is the next step, which is also the crucial step, getting all the tokens. So inside the GitHub, go to settings page and then go to personal access tokens page. That will take you to this certain page, and here you all you need to do is generate new tokens and get your own tokens and save that in your notes. We need to use that later. And then go to Notion, create an account if you don't have one, then go to developers page and then go to connections. So this is the connection page, and create new connection. That way you can get tokens to use the API. So I will get back to you after creating the tokens on GitHub and Notion, and then we're gonna connect with our database. Just like that, we have created the tokens in GitHub, and this is the title and everything. And then there is Notion. We have created the tokens there too. When you create a connection, it will also create a API key for you. Next step is connecting this connection to our database. So how to do that? Simple, super simple. Come over here, and this 3 dot, tap on it, and then scroll down. Here you can see this connection, right? And there we're gonna find the title. Here you can see the Cloud Directory bot. That's the extra name we have created in the connection. So all you need to do is just connect and add to page. Just like that, we have connected the database. Okay, now we need to set up the backend. Okay, I'm gonna add the first prompt, and here I'm gonna just paste my prompt, and we're gonna be using Codex actually build the entire SaaS service. Okay, so this is the first prompt. I'm gonna delete this title. Okay, we are building a micro SaaS called the Cloud Directory and platform to discover the single engine cloud compatible GitHub repository, and main goal is test the backend pipeline before building the front end UI. We need to make sure our database is really working fine. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just enter it, but before that, I'm gonna just include the file, which is .env local here, so it can go through the file. Let's also add this fetch repo script, and I think it's all ready. Now let's just enter it, enter, and it fetched a random repo using our API. And stars are about this much, and this is the URL. Let's check if it's right or not. And this is the fetcher repo, and as you can see, it has the highest stars and it's related to cloud. But we need to improve the data fetching, like it's gonna upgrade the report fetching into smart discovery engine. And here I'm gonna just enter it. It's totally done, and we have a smart system to go through now. Next step is syncing the Notion to our database we have created. So for that, I'm gonna just paste the prompt, and this is a prompt. Also, it's gonna go through our .md markdown files, and that's inside a doc. And here I'm gonna add a database schema, right? This one, okay, attached to that, and I'll just enter. And we're gonna just wait. So as you can see, the database filling up with our reports, that is training reports, and it's adding all the stars and URLs, categories related to size, summaries, and everything is adding. And now we have a working backend. We have used all the tokens, fetched all the files, and added to our Notion database. As you can see, these are the files. Now we are ready to build a beautiful front end. So for that, I have already filled the design direction here, the goals, the design philosophy, the visual mood, the color direction, the typography direction, everything. Then there is one more thing I have added, that is the front end implementation plan. Now let's just build the front end using a prompt. Here I'm going to just paste the prompt. I'm going to delete this first title, add the file to it, like at MVP, yeah, this, and then there is, now let's just enter. So this is gonna create the front end. And I want to say something. So I live in Kerala, and it's monsoon season. Have you seen Kerala in monsoon? That's the question. If you have seen, then comment, because I'm interested to know. If you haven't, then please visit Kerala in monsoon. You're gonna love it. Okay, I will come back after I finish this, and we have completed the front end. Also, I'm out of Codex messages, but I'm not satisfied. Now I'm gonna discuss about why I'm not satisfied with the front end. So this is the result we got. I'm gonna just full screen it. So this is the result we got. Here we have a slight error with the Node.js. We can fix it simply with a single prompt. And in the here section, you can see there is feature repo. And also you can see all the repo we have collected so far. We can add more and more. And then there is a stars index that is 1.9 million. And then there is source. We are collecting all these storing in the Notion. That's why it's saying source. But we can remove that too and say GitHub. And then there is this section. I need to make it even cooler. Like we can add scroll driven cards here rather than manually scrolling. Then when we go down, these buttons are not working, we need to fix that. And then there is whole discover feature where you can see all the reports available from the top rated to trending right now. And yeah, that's it. Something about moving forward with this project, I just need to improve the front end. Then I'm gonna just host using hosting curve, and then market it a bit, posting on Reddit and somewhere like maybe in the hackers. If it's really helpful for the peoples, then I'm gonna think it's gonna be a really big success. If not, it's gonna fail super bad. People will always show you the result. Just people's visibility is all you need to know if it's a success or a failure. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next awesome video of making Microsoft tool.